Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Ivy here. I just wanted to say I do apologize for not posting in like 2 weeks. I've been really lazy, and there's been a lot of other issues going on. Y'all don't need to concern yourself with like the reasoning. That's not really that deep to me, but just know I am trying to get more videos out soon. It's just gonna have to take me a while. I'm just dealing with a lot of like finicky stuff with my audio and or my procrastination. So if you're seeing this and you have to do something and you're procrastinating, you need to get on that. It's thundering a lot. Okay. So that's bad. Huh? Oh, hey Rumi, I didn't see you there. I was too busy making a setup for what I'm about to say next. You want me to read to you again? I mean, I did that last time. Yeah, I got you. No worries. Yeah, just come sit over here. Well, that's too damn bad. Now, let me tell you a little bit. Well, let me tell you, Rumi. What do you want to? What do you want to hear about tonight? Huh? You want wanted? You want treasure? You want to hear about treasure? Okay. Alright. I guess we're gonna talk about lost treasure. No, I don't feel like reading this. I'm sorry, Rumi. This one's boring. Hold on. We are going psychic. Alright, Rumi. Oh, that's gonna be a lot to read about. Okay. I'll have a nice little amount of reading. You ready for that, Rumi? Alright. Okay. I'm gonna be telling you about a submarine reincarnation. Let me see if I can. Bruce Kelly believes he's a reincarnated sailor from World War II. Okay, I don't know if you really care about peanut gallery here, Rumi, but like, what are we doing? Why on earth does that person think that? I have a lot of questions, Rumi. A lot of questions. God, who was texting me? I'm getting a notification from the BBC newsletter. Why are they making an announcement at 1 a.m.? Let's see what this is about, Rumi. And it's about American tariff. Okay. Alright. Let's get back on track, Rumi. Alright. Throughout his life, Bruce Kelly suffered from 3 overpowering phobias: a fear of flying, a fear of enclosed spaces, and a fear of water. Over the years, Bruce tried several different treatments for his anxieties, but nothing worked. In desperation, he went to Rick Brown, he went to Rick Brown, a hypnotherapist who specializes in past life regression. Probably not. Wait. Hold on. He specializes in past life. Guys, I'm gonna hold my breath. I'm gonna hold my breath. Probably 99% of the people who come to me do not go into past lives. Probably only 1% of the people have spontaneous regressions when working with phobias. And Bruce did have a spontaneous regression to a past life. Much to his surprise, Bruce learned that his deep irrational fears were the result of traumas that occurred years before he was born. During one session, Bruce was thrust into the life of an American soldier named James Edward Johnston. Did I say that right, Rumi? Did I say that right, Rumi? I hope I did. Much to his surprise. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I know, Rumi, I know. Bruce said that Johnston had suffered in a submarine, USS Shark, during World War II. He even named the man trapped with Johnston in the submarine Walter Pilgrim. Okay. Bruce told Rick Brown that Johnston and Pilgrim had both died at precisely 11:34 p.m. on February 11, 1942. Okay, Rumi, real quick, and I want you to hear me out, right? Let's say you die. Are you telling me you are gonna sit here and know the exact time, like down to the exact, like come on, like, what time did you die? When did you die, sir? Like, dude, it was low-key. I think it was like 4:38 on the dot. You know, it was specifically at that time, 35 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, I highly doubt that Bro remembered specifically. That's I call cap Remy. Anyways, you're going back in my lap. All right, let's go back to the and I gotta revisit. Okay, now I can continue. Okay, Remy. Right? Yeah. I know my fingers are not making a full 5, but you know, give you a little bit of a brush right there. Brush. Okay. Memories were just like it. Back to this whole shenanigans. The memories were just like it was something that happened yesterday. They were very close to the surface. They come up real easy. At first, it was like I was just making it up. Like, this really can't be happening. This can't really be real. I have to be making this up. And I went to the library more to prove that it didn't happen. That it didn't happen, then it did happen. Incredibly, Bruce found that the very first American sub lost in the war was the USS Shark. Where am I? It was the same submarine Bruce had named under hypnosis. Over the next 6 months, Bruce Kelly saw Rick Brown on an average of once a week. With each session, more details of the life of James Edward Johnston emerged. In time, Rick Brown talked to Bruce as if he was James Edward Johnston. Bruce saw himself as Johnston at age 12. He was at his mother's deathbed. A young cousin named Elizabeth stood with him. Our memories were trivial as Johnston. Bruce recalled that he had always ate the end pieces from a loaf of bread. Okay, sure. I really do hope you're enjoying this, Rumi. I really do, because me trying to read this to you. I'm just a skeptical person in general, and I'm doing the I show speed face, Rumi. It's bad. Loaf of bread. In another session. Bruce remembered that Johnston was born in February of 1921. As a young man, he enrolled in the Civilian Conservation Corps, a Depression-era government work program. The year was 1938. The place, Tulsa Lake, California. Bruce and Rick began to research Johnston's life, and Bruce's memories checked out with remarkable accuracy. James Johnston had been in the CCC in 1938. And in 1939 stationed at Tull Lake near the California-Oregon border. And his birth certificate confirmed that Johnston was indeed born in February 1921. Rick was more than impressed by Bruce's recollections. Bruce came up with a significant amount of information that was well past being coincidental. There were too many lines of evidence that pointed to the fact that Bruce Kelly is the reincarnation of James Edward Johnston. In April of 1993, 5 years after first being hypnotized, Bruce decided to visit Johnston's hometown in Jacksonville, Alabama. Thought that was... I'm forgetting my Jacksonvilles. Okay. For those who know, you know. At the house where Johnston and his mother had lived, Bruce experienced a strong reaction. Moving to the side of the house when I could actually see the bedroom that I knew and I knew that was the bedroom. That's when the feelings really started hitting. Remembering that he used to have come in on the back street and come through the back door, the back porch. Pause. Trying to come through the back door. Anyway, I apologize for me. Okay, back porch. I remember that. I remember the feelings of feeling kind of like a second-class citizen. They were poor. She was, I really remember being poor, Rumi. I in my past life, I remember I was a peon. I was actually in Rome, and I was like, have you ever seen Plebs? You know what I'm talking about? I was one of them. Oh, Plebs is a great show. Okay. Afterward. Ooh, wait. Yeah, okay. Afterward, Bruce Kelly met with several people who remembered James Johnson as a boy. One of them was Johnson's cousin, Elizabeth Betty Watson. Bruce believed she was the same Elizabeth she saw under hypnosis, the little girl who was with James Johnson when his mother died. Bruce then visited the Jacksonville Cemetery, where a memorial stone has been erected in honor of James Edward Johnston. No one knows the details of Johnston's death, but Bruce Kelly's visions provide a possible scenario. According to Bruce, the USS Shark was hit by enemy fire in his final moments. Bruce envisioned both Johnston and Pilgrim struggling in the corridor of the submarine. 2 sailors would both drown. Perhaps his abrupt death signaled not the end, but the beginning for James Johnston. Perhaps his life was renewed in the person of Bruce Kelly. Someone in the comments said, up until I was age 5 to 6, I used to tell my parents stories of when I was an old man and would talk about things I would not have known, like what used to be in the empty lots or what was located in the buildings that were different, and I was always correct. That freaked my parents out. Before I could read or write, I could identify in any make and model of car, etc., and I even pointed to an elderly woman and stated her name, which I should not have known, and said she was younger when she was my second life. Someone commented about religion, and the dude just went completely rampant. Your mythology isn't any more legitimate than that. Like, damn, bro. Damn. Oh, my lord. Oh, religious. Oh, my. Okay. Well, Rumi, that just spewed a whole bunch of religious stuff. Sorry about that. Oh, actually, I don't. Rumi, I don't delve into your religious stuff. That's for you, Rumi. Okay. You want to hear another one, Rumi? Oh. Well, Rumi. Looks like I'm going to have to cut you short for tonight. Don't worry. I'm sure by the next month. Yeah, you heard me. Probably month. I know I'm going to procrastinate again. I am really lazy. I will eventually be able to renew to sleep again. So, I hope you get to stumble to your bed and get a good night, okay?